Hello everybody, I'm /MVC. Welcome back to Cataclysm, The Last Generation. Alright, I have a plan. We're gonna do a dangerous waiting game because I've come to a realization here. Okay, the fungal flowers are here in a swamp. If I remember correctly, the fungus has spread at least this far around the fungal flowers, if not this far. I don't think it's yet reached the forest, and I think I want to encourage it to do so. I'm not familiar with the landscape back here in this area behind the fungal flowers, and so I think I want to drive up here and do some scouting on the edges of the unknown sections here and figure out exactly what the borders of this forest are. I'll show you my rationale now, I guess. Let's go look here. I went to check on the fungal garden. Brown chick. That is what came out of the coot egg, I do believe. I'll bet the coot egg was in this pile right here. Let's see. Maybe we'll try to catch the brown chick before we leave on our mission. I want to put him in the chicken house. That's nuts. Wow. Oh, anyway, not to get too distracted. Okay, look here. So we know that the fungus is taking over these bushes, but not these trees, right? Which I found a little discouraging at first. Now, here's an example of how, look, these bushes here, fungal shrubs, they used to be bushes like these. And then sometimes they produce marlos bush. They become, well, the fungal shrub becomes a marlos bush, essentially, right? I'm going to double verify that if I harvest the marlos bush, that what comes from it is... Oh, wait a minute. What? What? Oh, that's changed. Well, that's interesting. That changes everything. Okay, grab the marlos fruits. Oh... I did not expect that. Okay. Okay. So, alright, so what I was focused on until just now... Oh my goodness, there's another bush here. Okay, what I was focused on was these fungal trees. Which I can only assume... Well, which I had assumed would be what would give us a micus fruit. And they may yet, but, so these are no longer giving marlos berries. Oh, that is so damn interesting. That means that this whole area, as the fungus spreads, will continue to generate more and more micus fruit. I just want to make sure I'm not hallucinating here. Yeah. That's the micus fruit. Yes, it is. High in calories. High in calcium, iron, vitamin C. And also, I believe that that is the functioning mutagen element of our mutation line as a fungaloid. Okay, that's very interesting. So what we need to now test, let's harvest that too. Ah, I'll add micus fruits to the list of things that don't have a tile also. Ooh. Okay, I want to stock up on these micus fruits. I don't think they expire, right? Doesn't say anything about it expiring. Let's check the eat menu. Yeah, it's just like a canned food that never expires. Indefinite shelf life. Just like water. They give quench, too. Alright. Excellent. I'm not going to change the layout of my plan, however. But, yeah. Okay, great. God, I love it when I have a plan and Cataclysm just blows me out of the water. It's just so much fun. That's okay. I still want to enact this because I have a further reaching plan than that. The only thing is, I thought... Should we get the chicken cage? Let's get the chicken cage. This is going to be fun. Wield the chicken cage. Yes. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, good. He's trapped up against this tree. Okay, he avoids. 3 times. He avoids 8 times. Oh, place him where? I got him. You capture the brown chick in the chicken cage. Oh, and because we found out... Let's close that door. And because we found out that the eggs, the rotten eggs, hatch animals, I put the rotten chicken egg in here, so when it hatches, we'll have another chicken. I'm going to check on... Make sure our chick is still here. There he is. He's fine. Oh, we need to try to make bird food. All right, let's release the brown chick. Awesome. Went straight to the toilet room. Here, we'll lock them in for now. There we go. Yeah, what do we do for bird food? Just as an aside, we can use canola seeds, decorative plant seeds. Okay. Cool. Is that all we can use? So we can make 9 bird food. Let's do a batch. I don't need canola seeds. We'll make 5 bird food. That'll take 7 minutes. Okay. And then we'll do... Oh, okay, you need 3 of those to do 1 bird food. Alright, let's get all the bird food. Let's see what it says. What birds eat? It's perfect for small birds. That's great. Ooh. Oh. Now, we can eat that. Yeah, she can't. Well, she'll hate it. She hates vegetables. But look at the calories on that. 400 calories per bird food. We made that out of seeds. It has 5 enjoyability. Dadgum, stock up on seeds, folks. That's a viable food source, especially if you just move it to your larder. My God. Our next playthrough is going to be so lit. I have learned so much. I don't know if they'll eat this stuff, or if this is even, like, necessary in any way, shape, or form, but I'm going to drop the bird food off over here. And maybe they need to go in there and eat it every once in a while, right? Alright, so I've made preparations to go live in that mica swamp for a while, mainly with the idea... Look here, I've got all kind of food. Now, realistically, this is probably only, I don't know, 3 days worth of food. I don't know. But I'm bringing the dehydrated fruit to eat, a brazier, some magazines to disassemble for to light fires with, and then some small wooden blocks to keep the fire going. Really, the fire is just so that we can purify some water, so that solves the food and water issue. I think I threw... Okay, I need to throw it over here. I've got a blanket. Yeah, here's a quilt. My blindfold and earplugs for sleeping purposes. Yes. I don't need the purification tablets or tan bark, so I'm going to get rid of that. I've brought a rubber hose, so in case we get low on gas this time. I'm just going to drop the chicken cage off over here, because it's really a base item at this point. It's for catching rogue chickens. And we don't need that right there. Alright. So that puts us pretty much... Yeah, I think we're ready. Let's see how this goes. Oh, incidentally, one thing I want to talk about, which I'm not going to do it on this car, and I'm not going to do it today, but something we might do in the future with one of these cars. If I look at the install menu, we can put RAMs on this car. Look here. You just have to craft a wooden armor kit and have nails on hand. It's about a 1-hour job. And then you can add rams. I'm not going to put it on the boat, although it wouldn't be a terrible idea. But if you don't have access to welding stuff, let's look at this wooden armor kit craft. There. You're looking at some kind of short rope and some planks. In about 30 minutes. So it looks like you need about, let's say you've got a car that's 4 tiles wide. You got about 2 hours in crafting wooden armor kits and about, 4 to 6 hours of mounting them to your car. You could do it all in a day and just mount these wooden armor kits to the front and you'd have rams. Pretty cool, right? You know, until you find an acetylene torch, it might be valuable. Anyway, let's go explore. Whoops. Oh my. Sue's doing fine. I'm struggling. There we go. There we go. Alright, so we've got basic tools, a source of fire, we've got food. Let's get the auto drive rolling. I just want to drive basically. We're going to explore the backside of that forest. And so I wonder how auto drive would handle it if I just said drive to like there. I have no clue what path it's going to choose to take. We'll see. Zapper. Uh-oh. Zapper. He's hanging out down there. Not even fighting with the survivors there. Man, you NECC survivors need to get on it. What do we pay church dues for? Okay, we've been passing the basket around that monastery now for weeks, trying to keep the church going, and you guys aren't even providing basic security, man. Come on, what is this? It's a scandal. It's a scandal, I say. Let's get at it. What the hell have they been killing over here? Oh, thank you. Giant dragonfly is dead for whatever reason. Here we go. Oh, look. Oh, we just passed a chicken. Now, if you pass it to chicken, you could look around and see if he laid eggs somewhere and grab them. This was something I was thinking about for the next playthrough is I'd like to get chickens like in the first week. I think that would be nice. Chickens and marlos berries in the first week. Then don't become a Micus and just have an endless source of eggs, chicken flesh, marlos berries. I have plans. Alright, we haven't picked up that generator yet because I can't be troubled to think about electric power. That's so old world, man. And that's the one thing, you know, that one of the unkind things I might say about some of the survivors that I've met who seem to be very interested in getting electricity going post-Cataclysm. And, you know, you've got your handheld video games and your little e-books and your little solar panels and your little electric cars and stuff. That world is dead. Why are you still holding on? Just let it go. Alright, I expect that probably any minute my computer is going to start to struggle. Notice that when they added the multiple Z-level view majigger, yeah, here we go. Let the struggling begin. You see, what we've now done is drive into an area where a giant meteor strike has bored a massive hole multiple Z levels deep. And once you come into that area, stop driving. Auto drive really hates it. Let's look over here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this mess right here tends to make my computer hang, but I don't think it's the fact that there's a pile of rubble here. I think it's the fact that you can, there's open air. One, which is 1 level deep. I don't know what it is about the open air, but I experienced this in a city too. Doing a private game. So I was playing and I was derping around on the top of a building. No lag at all. And there were tons of zombies down below, right? I haven't bug reported this. I don't know if I'm going to. Oh my god, look at the shell casings. Wow. Anyway, I'm derping around on the roof, having no problems, not a care in the world, until I try to auto-wait. So I hit the wait key and I say wait 30 minutes. Well, it was going to take like 30 in real-time minutes. Oh my god, look at the birth of new life. What do we have here? Sparrows. Wow. The next generation, right there. So they came out, there was all this bird litter. I guarantee you there were rotten eggs down here. Yeah. Wow, very cool. You know, forgive me for being a little sentimental about new generations of life emerging in this post-cataclysm world. Okay, here we are. We've made it. Let's get to the thing. And then we will be in the unknown. Okay. Cool. Now, this is what I expected. I figured it was probably forest and swamp all the way up to this point. Oh, neat. There's a little building there. Cool. Okay. This is swampland. Now, I was kind of hoping it would be forest, but I'm not entirely certain what the fungal spread is going to look like for swamps. If I look at the swamp and speculate, I'm going to say probably the number of bushes that are going to be converted will be 0 because there are no bushes. I don't know what the fungus effect will be. Well, I mean, there's like a huckleberry bush there. Will the ferns become fungal bushes that can produce micas fruits? Will the cattails? We don't know. But we're going to find out. But anyway, we don't have to rely on that because the forest, there is enough forest here that hopefully that'll get it. Yeah. And we're going to have to explore a lot of this on foot, which is going to be a meticulous process. Most likely. Does the forest break as we go around? It's possible. And we need to find out just experimentally really quick. Not something I want to spend a lot of time on, but camping out in the center of a swamp is an insane notion, and I want to know the lay of the land before I commit. We may not be able to drive through here. Oh dear. I bet we're about to hit another crater or something. Yep. Here you go. There's an example. Something that will freeze your machine sometimes. That one doesn't look big enough to cause me problems. And maybe it was just a problem trying to generate it. Okay, so what is a spider pit? Really? Oh, dear. There's a tiny little town at the end of this road, eh? Let's see what it's going to be like to drive through here. A bit daunting for my taste, but good to know. Alright, let's turn around. I want to go back to this point right here. Wow, what are you fungals doing all the way over here? I mean, not fungals, triffids. There were 3 triffids way up there. Wonder if we have another triffid grove I don't know about. Yeah, it seems very likely, actually. Okay, we've got a wonderful zombie horse here. Well done, Sue. Now we will examine our vehicle and make sure we float. Yes, we do float. Okay. Perfect. Alright. So we want to park as close to this as possible. And our car may be our base for a little while, but we'll see. My God, I can't believe I have 10 Micas fruits in my possession. That was so unexpected. So starting that little fungal garden near our base was the right thing to do. Sheet leather does not exist anymore, evidently. Okay, perfect. Yeah, what do we got for hostiles? Let's use our other viewing method. There. Diving beetle, praying mantis. Okay. Let's look at the state of the fungal expansion here. Okay, here's a good example. Will the tupelo tree... During autumn, it bears cherry-like fruits. Okay, here's where the fungus has stopped growing. Now, bear in mind, we haven't been in the area long enough to really let it grow, like, because the bubble of reality business, right? Anyway, there's a few trees it could spread to, which I think may make Micas fruit. Now, looking at this, look at there, there's bushes too. Several bushes. So it had to convert these. What did it convert them from? This is my question. There's some kind of a natural feature here which is getting converted into fungal bushes. Look there, there's one right on the edge, so it grabbed one. I wonder what that was. So I want to get down here and observe the process. And then we'll find out. I also want to encourage and elongate this growth cycle to the point where it reaches the forest, which is going to be right here. At that point, it'll hit a mass of bush areas, right? So we can come down here. We can park. Like a very easy parking spot. Looks like we've got good parking access to just sort of drive right up to about that point right there. Debark and wait it out. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wait it out? That's not going to be good YouTube content. Well, maybe not. Okay, those are dead vine beasts, I believe. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Rotten, as a matter of fact. I don't think they're going to re-res, will they? Because I don't think the vine beasts belong to a different apocalypse. They're not a part of the zombie apocalypse. Yes, excellent. Okay, perfect. So, where shall we park? I guess just right up here. I've got a nice little shot into that very spot we were talking about. Feeling a little thirsty, so we're gonna... What the hell? Is that a fungal fighter? Now, why is he hostile? He's an underground creature. Ooh, that could cause me some issues. I thought the fungal creatures would be friendly to me. A stout, woody plant that can dig through the ground and flick spines from its branches. The thorns carry a fungicidal compound with paralytic effects. Oh, I see. He's not a fighter made out of fungus. He's a fighter of funguses. I see where my misunderstanding came from. Can he swim? No, no, not really. But I don't want to park where he can attack me. That would be very inconvenient. I was looking, there's another hostile. Okay, these fungal blossoms are friendly. So if I'm immune to the fungus, I should be able to camp out near them. Triffid flower, Yes, this is a... And the beetle is hanging out on top of a corpse. It's going to be a difficult place to make a base. That's for sure. Well, I guess we'll park the same place we did last time, which was right up here. The fungal blossom is healing slowly. So my theory now, here we go. We've got that one, and we've got a mosquito. Okay. Let's wait here for a minute. All we need to see is that something happens to this diving beetle. I'm also going to... Can I see whether any of these have micas fruits right now? Okay, some of them are visible to me. They don't have micas fruits. So, that's okay. Alright, I'm going to shut off the engine and we'll wait here for a minute. Stop driving. We are thirsty. This is why we brought the mineral water. Oops. Did I drink it? Oh, here we go. Alright, so we need to fill this jerry can up. Is any of these fresh water? Fresh water, right there. Excellent. Wheel the jerry can. Let's tentatively hop out here. Okay, cool. Got a jerry can. Now I'm gonna do drop it right there for a minute. I need to get my brazier. Let's just drop deploy the brazier right there. And we need to get our wood blocks out of here. Cool. Great. Now what I'm going to do is define a firewood zone. Source firewood. There we go. That way we can automatically keep that going. So if I light the brazier now, I can start a fire. Oh yes, and so I brought these magazines. I want to disassemble Top Gear magazine, which gave me 20 paper. So that's tinder for me. Watching the hostiles on the mini-map now. Okay. So now I should be able to light this fire using... paper. There we go. You might be asking yourself, why didn't this guy just make water at War Ellsworth's monastery base down there where both of them used to live together? Well, the thing is, Sue is practicing her survival away from war skills right now. So what we're doing is we are purifying water by burning it. Okay, now, what else do I need to do? Nothing yet. So now we get to wait. So I'm going to wait, let's say an hour. And hope that nothing interesting develops. That's best case scenario, really. I don't really want any hostiles. I just want the fungus to spread a bit. And hopefully we'll start harvesting more micas fruits. I guess it wouldn't hurt for me to go ahead and pause my recording while I wait this stuff out in real life. You've got the idea of how my time will be spent. I'm just going to be sitting right here. Uh-oh. Oh, my fire went out. Okay, so before I take a cut, let's examine and rectify this issue right here. I think I'll have to leave this door open at minimum. Yeah, the jerry can didn't... Okay, now if I leave my door open and wait, Try this again. Dermatick spotted. Or maybe an issue. Okay, the dermatick flew away, I think. I want to see if she's going to keep putting wood on that fire. She may not, because there's a door in the way. But waiting for long periods of time outside of the car doesn't really appeal to me, although I'm willing to do it. You drop your small wood block on the brazier. There you go. So if any hostile creatures approach, I should be able to shut the door on them. And if I need to, I can drive away. We can cook and purify water on the brazier, and I have a huge hoard of fruit leathers to sustain me while I camp out here. And I guess I'm going to pause right here, and when something interesting happens, and it most certainly will, then I will be back. So I will see you then. All right, folks, I'm back with a very interesting update on the events of last night. Let's have a look here. Where to start? Well, first of all, we did mutate, so it says, non-Micas sometimes reject the Marlos. Our colonial efforts flourish with broad-minded guidance. We will raise bountiful orchards and beautiful gardens. You gain a mutation called Micas Feeder. You feel well rested. Awareness comes fast. Your body coming quickly to attention after your rest. Alright, let's look at this mutation. Micas Feeder. We have streamlined our nutritional requirements. We rely on the Micas for sustenance, as it relies on us. We may locate sources of sustenance in close proximity to Micas core towers and in forested areas that the Micas has grown into. That is a negative mutation. And I think that our days of eating dehydrated fruit are over. Let's find out. So what I want to try to eat... Yeah, look. Okay, so as of right now, I've got 152 dehydrated fruit and fruit leather. We can't eat that. It's not right for us. Interestingly enough, I can't drink clean water either. So we get our entire quench, joy, and calories from Micas fruit, according to this mutation. That's the only thing we can eat. Alright, so that's one thing, and not great news. Another thing, apparently a dermatick is hanging out over here. Let's look. He can't see me, so let's see if he moves away. This is going to make things inconvenient. Damn it! Alright, here's another thing that happened last night. I didn't turn the recorder on for this, but see this corpse of a zombullfrog? These zombullfrogs are nasty. And I saw a message about the zombullfrog pulling something behind it, and then it got behind my car, so I ran over it. And it's dead. And then I was looking around once the sun came up to find out what it was pulling around. And sadly, the entire giant fungal tower was killed by the zombullfrog last night while we slept, or more or less during that sleepy time. There's one bush here, and I'm not seeing any fog being produced anymore. So I'm thinking that the presence of this giant fungal was producing the gas. I was going to get out. Is this dermatick going to be cool? I'm slightly concerned. He can't see me at the moment because it's 5:42 a.m. I just want to get these Marlos fruits, or these Micas fruits. Yeah, there's no more gas being produced over here. Wow. Now this was the Micas flower, I thought. Harvest the bush. And we got 7 more Micas fruits. That's all of them. Now, as I look around from here, I don't think there's any more Micas fruit in this area. And I'm not sure, but I have not seen much fungal spread at all. Like, this? Maybe, but I think that was already there. So how long will it take for the fungus to spread to the forest? Probably longer than I can wait now that I'm reliant upon Micas fruit for sustenance. However, oh, and we're already hungry. Okay, wait. Now that we're a feeder, let's see if we spread the Micas by eating the Micas fruit. Eat the Micas fruit. No. We do not spread the fungus by eating the Micas fruit. Now, it hydrated me. That's good. So it's about plan B time, I think. Hanging out here, if I was watching this line right here, none of this fungus spread overnight. None of this spread as far as I can tell. So how much Micas fruit are we going to get out of here? Probably none. That leaves us with, let's look at the map. Okay, we're at the fungal flowers. There's the fungal bloom. Now the fungal bloom, how many bushes are going to be down there? Probably none. That's a grassland. This is where we need to see it spread into that forest, evidently. Or just rely on the, you know, the spread of the fungus that we ourselves planted over there by the base. Looks like what we are at, you know. So I guess I'm going to pause right here while I pull up stakes at this base. When this died, when the giant fungal tower died, all of those little individual fungal flowers things that were sticking up, they're gone. And so a lot of our natural defenses are completely gone here. And we're going to have to move somewhere where, you know, we can hope for some protection and stuff. Elderberries. Well, it doesn't matter now, does it, whether there's elderberries here? Let's go ahead. Is that Dermatic seeing me? No. Let's take down the brazier. And I need to move these wood blocks. See where we can haul them like this. And then I want to stick them in the trunk by doing it that way. There you go. Which I don't really need a fire anymore because, well, I can't drink water, can I? Alright, I'm going to pause here while I relocate to the fungal towers. And if we can't make that work, I may be driving long distance looking for more fungal features to explore. That may be the next necessary thing. But anyway, I'm going to take a pause here and I'll be back. Alright, I've made a choice and I've come back to the little garden that Sue planted earlier. I'm thinking about maybe making a place for her here. I grabbed a few sticks. I was going to go down here. I think we've got a pine tree. Yeah, right here on the edge of the fungus. And if I use my build menu, I should be able to build a pine lean-to. I have to build it on the pine tree, it appears. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and get a little survival shelter going down here. Now, I've already spent, this episode started on day 12. We're on day 14, so I've already spent another night derping around. I'm going to drag this quilt over here. I think we can drop the quilt. Let's get the quilt. Wield the quilt. And drop it in the lean-to. Yep, there we go. We've got a quilt in a pine lean-to. Okay. I used some of the sticks that I had. Now, none of these Marloss berries, none of these Marloss bushes have become berries. And also, I was here for not quite 24 hours, I guess. I saw literally 0 fungus growth. And we got to eat another Micas fruit. Okay, so I've eaten 3 Micas fruits. I'm just going to go ahead and grab the brazier. We're going to practice camping. This will be good practice for another episode anyway. The earplugs I don't think I really need. Is the brazier in my inventory or something? Yeah, apparently it is. Okay. So here's what I'm intrigued by. Is Sue actually going to starve to death because she can't get Micah's fruit? That is going to be my question. Either the fungus has to spread, which it doesn't seem to be doing, because there are no spores. And look at this. You know, our ability to examine a fungal bed and cause it to spore went away when we became Marlost Gateway. So I think you're meant to lay a much more solid foundation when you're able to eat the Marlost berries and spread the fungus, examine fungal beds and raise spores and that kind of thing, which we didn't do. But anyway, let's, I guess we'll apply the brazier right there. I don't know what we're going to do with it. It just makes me feel like I have a campsite. I don't need to purify water anyway. Right? Anyway, so what my plan is to huddle under my little lean-to, hit the wait button, wait until night. If she's tired, go to sleep and hope that another mutation happens, and I think it's inevitable that another one will. This is probably random spin type stuff. We happened to get Micah's feeder before we got probably some other mutation that we would rather have. Where I'm going to try sleeping now. Oh, we should wear the blindfold. Here we go. I'm going to try to sleep. One good thing about being over here in this area is that time passes pretty quickly, as opposed to being over there at the fungal flowers. But she's hungry, so let's eat a Micah's fruit. Okay. And let's see if we mutate tonight, or if at least the fungus spreads. I'm gonna have to go in there and ask, go to the Discord and ask whether fungal spread has been disabled or something. Because it ain't happening down here. Maybe you need fungal men to spread the fungus. I'll bet that's what it is. I'll bet they have spores on them. Whereas this kind of a fungal environment here doesn't spore in such a way. So I guess we're looking for one of two things to happen. Either one, some of these bushes grow berries. Who knows how long that takes? It might take weeks. And by then we run out of Marlost fruit and we die. The other possibility is we gain some kind of mutation which will allow us to create more Marlost fruit. And these are the only two paths I see to victory for Sue Cannon. Who apparently can only sleep during the day or something. Because I've tried to get her to sleep at night and it just doesn't happen. I wonder if fungal people sleep less or something. She appears to sleep less. But anyway, of course she hasn't been exerting herself much. Let's eat a Micah's fruit. Drowsy at 10 a.m. Now here we go. Usually the mutating happens while sleeping. We also get these dream messages that are kind of interesting. Our colonists are limitless. We shall adapt to this world as we have adapted to every other world. Normally I skip sleepy time, but I'm going to keep it going. Because I think we're going to get something. I got a good feeling. Oh dear. Well, so much for a good feeling. Let's take off the blindfold. Alright, you wake up refreshed and ready to start the day with enthusiasm. Okay, I'm gonna say that I've definitely found that this type of fungal bed does not spread itself. If I look up here, yeah, we haven't colonized any bushes or even any trees, oddly enough. The only fungal trees we have currently are the ones that were created at the time of our eating the berries, or the seed, possibly. And yeah, I don't see where the line of fungus has moved at all. I can't examine the fungal bed. Can't... Oh, that something happened there. Let's see. And it's because we examined the fungal shrub, and it said... The fungal flower crumbles into spores. It spored me. I've got a friendly spore cloud here. Okay, cool. Can I direct that spore? We got spored too. Let's see. Oh yeah. We got spore covered by that, which gave us reduced speed. Okay, interesting. Now what I want to do is direct those spores to spread to this bush down here. So can I do that? I can't chat with these spores. What I think I can do is swap positions with them. Yeah, that swapped them over here. Now they're flying around. What if I push the spore cloud? Okay. I'm gonna push it. Oops. That's swapping positions. Let's push it that way. You pushed it, but it resisted. Let's try again. Push. Now push it onto this bush. There. The spore cloud disintegrates. And it did nothing. All that happened is we got spored. But anyway, that came from examining that bush, which can't be re-examined. Okay, interesting. So let's try this again. Huh. That bush can't be examined. Nothing can be harvested from this plant. I can't examine that bush. That's odd. It's a dead tree. What's this? Fungal shrub. Can't examine it. I don't know how my examine key triggered. Nothing, 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 nothing. That's really weird. There must have been a fungal flower concealed behind that tree, and I just didn't see it. Right there when I examined it. But unfortunately, it didn't do anything for me, so... We go back to hiding in the pine lean-to, I believe. We can eat another micus fruit. Wait until night. And here we go. It's like one of those god-awful survival epics of someone who's either lost at sea or stranded on top of a frozen mountain. You finish waiting. Well, now we'll wait until morning. Wait until the weather changes. I've never seen that before. I'm sure it's been there the whole time. Wait until midnight there. Yeah, where you got a person who's just waiting it out. It's in the hands of the micus now. Just as War went to his monastery to wait out his mutation path, Sue has chosen to isolate herself among nature. We're hungry again, so you see, we're gonna run. I guess I've already made that point. I'm gonna shut up about it. I'm gonna have faith. I'm gonna have faith in the micus. That's what I'm gonna do, by God. The micus will not let us die. Maybe. Alright, this is going to get really boring for everyone. I'm going to take a pause here, and I'll be back. Oh, something has happened. Something has happened, folks. Here we go. Let's look. It says you gain a mutation called Micah's Identity. So, hopefully that's going to help us. Let's take off the blindfold. It is now day 17, so it's been 5 days since this episode began. And let's look at our character sheet. Okay, we still got Micah's... Where is it? There. Okay, Micah's Identity. We have synchronized our local physiology with that of the Micahs. Any spores we may encounter will not attempt to germinate inside of the local system, and we may traverse Micah's biospheres easily as native bioforms shapeshift to accommodate us. Okay. I don't think that's going to help feed us, though. Let me try and examine here, see if we can examine bushes and do anything with them. Nothing can be harvested, nothing, no. We can't raise the fungal bed. Yeah, that's great, but, alright, so I probably need to, oh, by the way, I've been eating the Micah's fruits too often, because I've been hungry for like 2 days or something. And, so I'm trying to hold out with those Micah's fruits. Now I'm curious, now that I have Micah's Identity, if I eat one, will it spread? And I think it'd be worth it. Oh, I'm sorry, giant aphid. My bad. Let's try eating one over here. Let's see if it spreads. I'm down to 9 Micah's fruits. Nope. It didn't spread anything. So we need to gain a mutation that will help us do that. So we're just going to wait it out now. Wait it out till night. So what? We're maybe a day or 2 away from another mutation? Who knows? I don't know. But I know that I'll just go ahead and take another pause here, and I'll be back if we gain another mutation or something. And we suddenly wake up at some point before morning. It appears that a shady zombie has grabbed us in our sleep. See if we can break this grab. Okay, I want to get a weapon handy. And I might as well get a flashlight on. There he is. Much slower than I am in a running state. Battered him for 20 damage. 17. No way. That zombie had a Beretta 92 pistol and a 15-round magazine. An individual patrol officer kit containing bandages. Yes. Great. Two-way radio. Don't actually need the gun or the ammo right now. Just gonna grab those bandages. I also don't need. Nice. Well, look at that. You got blood everywhere, you damn zombie. It's day 18. Fungus has not spread. We have not mutated that I know of. I might have missed it. Nope, we've still got Micah's Identity. And that's it. Now, we can see if that's an activatable. Nope, that's a passive. Is that going to help us anywhere else? Nope, all it does is make us immune to being spored, as far as I can tell, so. Alright, time to pause and wait. I will be back. Alright, it's day 20 or so. Let's have a look here. Things are happening. It says... you gain a mutation called Mycus Flesh. Okay, let's take the blindfold off. It happened in our sleep, of course. Wait a minute. Sue does not look as healthy as she once did. Oh dear. Let's have a look. Mycus Flesh. We have begun adapting local physiology to Mycus physical structure, greatly reducing wet effects. God bless it. That is not going to help. It's reducing wet effects. So what? Who cares? Wow. Come on, man. Now, on the upside, she's been hungry for 2 days, right? Let's look at we've had no we've had no calories, no iron, calcium, vitamin C, nothing. We're down to 8 Mycus fruits though, so I ain't eating until I got a source. So, you know, I guess, am I gonna go back to waiting? Yeah, what the hell? You know what? I'm going back to waiting. By God, I'm picking up a valuable mutation this episode or bust. So I will be back. Alright, I'm back to try and wrap the episode up with something crazy. The situation has gotten desperate. So here's the situation. Let's take off the blindfolds. Let's double check that we didn't pick up a mutation I didn't see. Let's see here. Identity in flesh is all we have still. Okay. And in my inventory, I'm down to, or let's just hit eat. I'm down to 2 of these. And she's hungry and starving, and this is not happening. So I was talking with a friend about this, and he suggested, let me look, make sure there's no fruits. There's no fruits. We're screwed. We're totally screwed. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to recruit War. He's going to help. Maybe. I don't know how the Mycus fruit mixes with, you know, insect mutation. But by God, it's time that we found out. War, I need your help. Let's examine this. We'll switch to a follower. Alright, now we are War. Oh, he's dehydrated and drowsy with extreme weariness. Why are you extremely weary? All you've been doing is sitting here. Look, he can't drink. Jesus Christ. We've got to put water in the damn larder now. Thanks for that. Okay, let's get it some water in him. Okay. That'll help some. Alright, grab the Marlos berries, War. Maybe, if War... What the heck did he attack? Something has crawled out of the sparrow egg. Okay. If War can get the first level of Marlos mutations, he can spread the fungus down here. If he can spread it to more bushes, and then she can harvest fruit from those bushes, then we're okay. I had to kill a cop last night, by the way. You know, a zombie cop. Okay, let's eat a berry if it'll let me. Let's try it. What does it say? You eat your Marlos berry. It is delicious, but you can't eat any more. What? You feel better all over. Okay, we're good, we're good. Let's wait just a second. His perception went up, his happiness went up, so he definitely got the effects. Let's eat another one. You eat it, you feel a strange warmth spread throughout your body. Okay, did he pick something up out of that? Yeah, he's a Marlos carrier, so he should be able to spread the fungus now. Let's try it. Bam! Yes! Oh, Sue is saved. She doesn't have to die, and we don't have to worry about this fungus spreading, because now we know it won't. So, no worries there. As you eat the Marlos berry, you have a near religious experience. Alright, so that's 3 bushes. Let's go ahead and spread the love a little bit more. There we go. That tree catch it? Nope, the cherry tree didn't catch it. Let's hit some more bushes here. Let's hit these bushes right here with Marlos. There we go. Got another fruiting body out of that. Let's go over here and hit these bushes. No luck on that one. How did these bushes miss getting hit, I wonder? Odd. Alright, let's go over here and hit another cluster of bushes. There you go. Got another fruiting body. Nice, nice, nice. Pretty good, pretty good. Got another fruiting body out of that. You'll be forcing yourself to eat. Alright, that's fine. Well, we know that works. So let's see if Sue is going to harvest Micah's fruit out of that instead of... Did we get any weird messages, by the way? No, we just had a near religious experience. Now he knows why Sue's been so happy lately. Look at his happiness is off the charts. Okay, cool. Now, let's switch back to Sue. Hopefully, she'll get fruit off of those instead of... I just saw there was a chicken in our base, by the way. We're going to have to move it to the chicken coop. Well, that'll be a source of meat and eggs for war anyway. Okay, so when Sue comes out here... Have a look. Ah, okay. So here is a Marlos bush. She examines it, harvests it. What did she get? Yes! Micah's fruits. It worked, it worked. Oh, War, thank you. War, I'm so sorry I said anything nasty about you. You're my hero. You're my hero, War. Harvest the Marlos bush. Harvest Marlos bush. Grab 10 more fruits. Harvest from this one. Oh, yeah, 6 more fruits. Is that all of them? There's one here. That, harvest. Okay. And 2 fruits there. Yes. Yes. All right, the experiment can continue. Let's go ahead. Oh, is she satisfied? How did she become satisfied? It was in the act of switching. She went from hungry. I'm gonna have to double check my footage. Consumed today. Huge calorie intake today, it says. Now, we went from starving to satisfied by switching characters. That's odd, isn't it? Well, anyway, here's something that I've been suspecting, which is that I believe the mutation system runs on calories, right? So if you haven't been taking on a lot of calories, then let's wait until midnight. We're going to give it one more day. This is day 26, and we started this episode on day 12. So it's been exactly 2 weeks of trying to gain a better level of mutations. Can you believe that? 2 weeks. You can play an entire game of Cataclysm in 14 in-game days. Just imagine all the zombie evolution that's taking place out there while we goof off trying to get the next level of Marlossiness. It's gonna be absolutely insane out there as we wait for autumn. Well, actually, autumn will come relatively soon at this rate. But anyway, I guess we're not going to pick up the next mutation in this episode. Where are we at on our timer? Yeah, we've run over our time. But that notwithstanding, I'm going to continue to derp around with Sue like this until something extraordinary happens, and then I'll start the next episode, hopefully. Hope you've enjoyed this one. I know I kind of have. I think I've been at recording this episode for about 4 or 5 hours now, so I'm kind of tired, and I'm going to wrap it up. I'll see you in the next episode, and in the meantime, I'll see you in the comments. Take care.